first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So here are the Commanders making their way out. They'll be led out by a first-round pick in the 2020.
It's week 2 of the NFL, and we've got the Chargers' speedy running back. He was unstoppable a week ago with 4 touchdowns.
The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Love going to throw right away. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be out right at the 35. A good start. One play, 10 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First carry of the game for Brian Robinson. Powers through. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one 28 yards on the ground. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all Lebanon defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. When you talk about the defense for these Chargers, they come into this one ranked number 5 in the NFL against the run.
We know it's only week 1, but the results are pretty good so far. The key is getting to it week in and week out, because right now, they're not awarding any championships or trophies after 1 week of performance. Got some nice young faces playing for them. Let's see if they can get this going.
A tough spot here. 3rd and 15. Love. And that is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot him.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. From down near his goal line here, Herbert. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Down to the 10. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Chargers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Jordan Love ready on 1st down here. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Play action this time with Love. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
That's good for Washington. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 6 catches, 63 yards.
And they think they have a matchup advantage in this one. They're going to try and find some space for him to work and make sure he touches the football.
To the air again, Love. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Daxton Hill puts it off, and he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. After the turnover, here's Herbert. That'll be pulled in downfield by Collins. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
A gain of 27 on the play. 1st down, Los Angeles.
Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chargers are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the Washington offense heading out. They find themselves in a good-size hole here, and a good-size hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. The tight end in motion right. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Well, this defense for the Chargers, terrific last week in the season opening victory.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. But you talk about the defense for these Chargers. In that win last week over the Giants, they were very good.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, Do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun. I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and it'll be Charger football here as they take over. L.A. set to take over again on offense. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
And in an afternoon where just about everything's gone right, there's an unlikely sight there. He's got a receiver all alone downfield, and he just overshoots it.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now it's Herbert. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Commanders are going to get possession of the football as time will run. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. So the completion good for just 3. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Love with it here, 3rd and short yardage. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Commander's first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
That's going to be caught downfield by McLaurin. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The end result, 21 yards. Going back to Love. And yet again, it's McLaurin. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Commanders have got it back to within a score. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make our score 14-7. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And this is fielded just short of the goal line, but the fair catch means this drive will begin at the 25. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. In a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they'd better take advantage of it, because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until
and now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around a lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The Chargers at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And this will be quite a start for them if they can win 2 straight on the road.
Yeah, the schedule makers didn't do him any favors. They gave him 2 road games right out of the gate, but the thinking on the team has to be, imagine if we win these 2 games, what a setup for the rest of the season for us.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 20-yard line.
First down, Chargers.
Herbert operating from the red zone. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Touchdown! Darius Davis, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chargers go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now 21-7.
Commanders 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Jordan Love in this offense, ready to get the football back. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes, too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get over
the middle, and there's a diving catch. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
38-yard line.
They'll run this one right with Robinson. There he goes, right side. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 40 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
First and 10 at the 46.
Love now to pass on first down. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
On play action, Love to throw. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure. And six. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. On third down, Robinson. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Here's Nico Collins, and this offense getting set to go for another drive. Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Well, he looked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively. Just too hard to keep him under wraps, and delivers a big play here for this offense.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Again, Herbert. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St. Just. And the Commanders will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
But that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On 1st and 10, Herbert. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches.
It's 2nd and inches at the 6-yard line.
Herbert now. Touchdown, Chargers. From 6 yards away. And the Chargers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Commanders back out late in this first half. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. To pass, here's Jordan Love. On the screen, this is Eckler. And bulldozing his way through. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. The Commanders going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. First down, Love to pass. And that one too wide and incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, it's Love. That's into the hands of Eckler. And he will have a first down here as they get into field goal range, down just shy of the 20. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
And his kick is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
And we'll still have time for 1 play before the half as this will be fair caught and brought out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. 1 second, all that remains. The final shot before the break for Herbert. Going for the deep ball. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So we have reached half. Sorry, Coach, put a pin in that. We are going to move right on to the third quarter here. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive. On Herbert, his third interception. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he got.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. It's DJ Turner who's got it. And the Chargers will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. But their defense... with an interception, they trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you to come in like an auctioneer. We've got two. Do I hear 3? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
23 yards. First down, Chargers.
Fights off the defender. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
When you enter the game as the AFC Player of the Week award winner, you expect runs like that and then some.
It was fun to watch him in the opener last week in Week 1. He was spectacular and hoping for more here in Week 2. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 23.
A gain of 15. And the Chargers first down.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Herbert back to the air. And that is incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They snap it to Herbert. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown. Darius Davis. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chargers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by York is up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
3rd and 8. To throw now. Here's Love. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. L.A. readies for its next possession. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, well,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And that's one of the few things that has not gone right for this offense so far. They've had their share of big plays. That was nearly another. But somehow, he just couldn't squeeze it.
Flushed out right. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. His throw incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Here's Herbert. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Benjamin St. Just. And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game. But that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he's going to get this up to the 24-yard line. 60 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Here's Love. He'll get this to Eckler. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And they get 17 more on that one and another 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Throwing. Love. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. That's back-to-back drives that have looked pretty good. The offense was moving the ball, but in both cases, the defense comes up with a big INT to get off the field.
How about the layers of intrigue that continue to get added as we watch this game unfold? Both offenses, they're a little bit discouraged with how their drives ended. How will each respond now and can either mount another positive series that ends in points for their team? I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit after they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
Now a throw here, hauled in, and he is out of bounds inside the 30. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So back now at FedEx Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. York able to send this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
And he'll elect. This one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Commanders preparing for their next possession. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
A gain of 28 yards there and give them a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Ready. Love. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And he's taken down inside the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and long. Love. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. 3rd and long for Love. And, oh, my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Chargers are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on 1st down. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. And the Washington offense going back to work. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Now Love. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Love now. That's caught, and it's Eckler again. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
Partner, normally double coverage is reserved for receivers and tight ends, but this time they actually targeted the running back with it, and it still wasn't enough. He attacked the defense and got in a great position to haul in the catch and get a nice gain out of it.
And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that one, that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a...
And now here's another interception. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. And what is going on here? Are they serious? First down, and they're in punt formation. And that one will skip out of bounds as the linesman will mark this thing right at the 15-yard line. The Commanders' offense returning to the field. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. A quick throw there is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Love looking to throw it. Throw right side complete to Dotson. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Yellow, line, check white.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. Going right back to Dotson. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Washington. Brian Robinson Jr., 49 yards. And the Commanders get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Offensively, another big chunk of yardage, Charles, but defensively, they had all this talk about trying to limit explosive plays. They have not been able to do that.
They discussed it all week, but they haven't been able to execute it at all. Haven't been able.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Nico Collins, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Chargers are on their way to a 2-0 start. Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll decide to not. Their drive will begin at the 25. The Washington offense back out there. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out.
And my goodness, another interception. But they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Washington offense set to take over. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot.
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is down to 24. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. Oh, and I think Washington got it. Yes, they did. Great job by the kick team there to get the football, but also don't forget about the man that started it, the lonesome kicker himself.
I love that you brought him into it because he doesn't get nearly the attention he deserves. Oftentimes it's only when it's negative. In this case,
there he goes, right side. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, Washington. Brian Robinson Jr. with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Commanders are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. They'll let Robinson try and run. But he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And the Commanders will take over here just shy of the 30. Well, in all likelihood, this ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, 2-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw than to try and run against it. In any event, I think you're exactly right. Now, the other team can pad their stats, but I don't think they're going to win.
Yeah, but still, don't change the channel just yet. Love. Dotson, he's got it. Decent start there to the drive. Big hill to climb, needing 2 touchdowns, also a 2-2-point conversion.
So, partner, how do you eat an elephant?
I don't eat an elephant. Who eats elephant?
Well, if you do it one bite at a time. That's the way they've got to play this, one play at a time. Yes, there's urgency, but they have to be careful as well.
Let's go with like a 50-ounce ribeye. One bite at a time.
All right, I'm with you.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now Love. And his throw is incomplete.
Passing lanes, tough to come by with so many defensive backs on the field here late in the game. And it's not just the number of bodies, it's their quickness and their agility that makes it tough to complete a pass.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Love looking to throw it. Looking for Dotson, and he's got him. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Now he's got it. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Here's 1st and goal. Here's Love. And this is caught. So it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however. So this likely just to get the final score a bit closer given the time remaining, but they'll have a go for 2 here. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be taken in by the Chargers, and it appears they're going to win this football game. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Let's go now.
One last shot now for Love. And that went to the right side and incomplete. Well, this was a fun one to